Good Monday morning. I hope you had a wonderful Sabbath and are enjoying the new week and all that God has in store for you. My name is Mike Courtney, and this is Monday Matters. Every Monday, I take a few minutes and talk about something to make your life happier, healthier, and perhaps a little bit holier. Yesterday, in my devotions, I read Exodus chapter 34, and it spoke to me about my devotional life. Sometimes my devotions are wonderful, amazing. I sense the presence of God. I feel close to Him. Other times it's like a piece of apple pie and a glass of milk. It's just, it's okay. It's not. What's the difference? Well, I think the difference is my preparation, my anticipation of that, and putting things in place to do that better. And so in this story in Exodus chapter 34, 6 things jumped out at me of how to do a better job of having my devotions. This is the story of Moses getting ready to go into the promise, up on Mount Sinai to be in the presence of God. This is the second time. He did this once before. When he came back down, the children of Israel were dancing in front of the golden calf that Aaron had made for them. And Moses, in his frustration and his anger, threw down the tablets of stone upon which God had written the 10 Commandments, broke them. And now God punished the children of Israel, and now all that's behind them. And God says, it's time for you to come back up and let's do this again. So Moses is preparing to go back up. And there were 6 things in this little story that jumped out at me that I thought, this will help me do a better job in my devotional time. So I'm going to do something I don't always do. I'm going to read this for you. It's only nine verses, and then 6 things, three gets and 3 bees. The Lord said to Moses, cut 2 tablets of stone like the former ones. Look, we've done this before. You've tried to have good devotions before, but we're going to do it again. We're going to get it right this time. And I will write on the tablets the words that were on the former tablets which you broke. Just don't forget, you did this. Be ready in the morning and come up in the morning to Mount Sinai and present yourself there to me on the top of the mountain. No one shall go up with you, and do not let anyone be seen throughout the whole mountain. And do not let flocks or herds graze in front of the mountain. So Moses did. Moses cut 2 tablets of stone like the former ones. He rose early in the morning and went up on Mount Sinai as the Lord had commanded him, and took in his hands the 2 tablets of stone. The Lord descended in the cloud and stood with him, and there proclaimed the name, the Lord. The Lord passed before him and proclaimed. Now this is God speaking. The Lord a God, merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness, keeping steadfast love for the 1,000th generation, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, yet by no means clearing the guilty. There are consequences. There's prices to pay for the choices that we make. By visiting the iniquity of the parents upon the children and the children's children to the 3rd and 4th generation. Now, I've always interpreted this to mean not that God is going to punish my grandchildren for my behavior, but my choices put things in motion, and my grandchildren will live with the consequences of those, good or bad. And so it's so important to do that early. And Moses hears this, and then Moses quickly bowed his head toward the earth and worshiped. And he said, here's Moses' response, if now I have found favor in your sight, O Lord, I pray, let the Lord go with us. Although this is a stiff-necked people, pardon our iniquity, our sin, and take us for your inheritance. 6 things that come out of this to help me have a better devotional life. Number 1, get ready. Get ready today. Get ready for tomorrow. In advance, in anticipation, get ready. Have a place. Get your Bible, your notebook, your marking pens, your ink pen, your devotional songs. Get ready in advance. I'm saying to God, this is so important to me that when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to have everything ready. So get ready. Number 2, get alone. God says, no one shall come up with you. I love our worship time at church. I love the time that Doris and I spend in devotions together. But there's something about getting alone with God, communing with just God and I. And God says, get alone. You want to have a good devotion time, make sure that you get alone and do that. Number 3, get prioritized. Make this a priority. Make this first. So Moses rose early in the morning. God says, be ready in the morning and come up in the morning. Make this a priority. So many things just scream at my attention. I got to get out the door. I got stuff to do. Make this time a priority, and God honors that, I think. The third thing the fourth thing, now we start into the B's, which is very similar. Be early. Make it an early priority. Listen, I admit I'm an early morning person. I'm not trying to put that on you, but whatever your schedule is, make this first and make it early. To be honest, I did this yesterday, and then I wanted to redo it because I read a post from Doris, and I have a great friend, Terri Tackett. She's a great writer, and I'd encourage you to follow her blog. She's a great writer. But she wrote about this, and it made me think, I want to redo this, and I want to include one of the things that Terri said. It's a great idea. So here's her blog. If you've been wishing for more focus, more peace, more gratitude, wisdom, patience, if something doesn't seem quite right, here's a thought. Let's keep getting up at the same time we did before the time change. Grab our coffee, find a quiet spot, and start our mornings with God. Isn't that a great idea? Look, you've already been getting up at 5 o'clock. Now 5 o'clock is 6 o'clock. So you can get up back at 5 o'clock and start the day early. My devotional life is not good in the afternoon or at night before I go to bed. Be early. Number 5, be attentive. Listen to what most of the time when my devotions are not good, it's because, I'm doing it, I'm getting my stuff out of the way, and I'm out the door. Take time to be attentive. The Lord descended in a cloud and proclaimed the name of the Lord. Listen to what God has to say. If you are quiet, if you're early, if you're prepared, if it's a priority, then I promise you God will speak to you, and listen to that. Be attentive to what God has to say. And then here's number 6, be humble. Be willing to bow before God. When Moses hears all this, he quickly bowed his head toward the earth and worshiped God. If I put these 6 things in place, my devotional life will be better. If I get ready, if I get alone, if I get prioritized, if I will be early, if I'll be attentive, and if I'll be humble, your devotional life will be better. And here's the last thing. This is not for you. I don't try to have a good devotional life just because I need a warm fuzzy, although it does make all the difference in the world of my life. This is for him and for them. Moses says, now that I've been in your presence, now that I've seen you, will you take your children and make them your inheritance? My commitment to my devotional life is not for me. It's for God. It's for my wife and my children and the people that I know and love, the people in my church. It's for him and them. So get up, get early, be prepared, be attentive, be humble before God, not just for your sake, but for the sake of your children and your children's children. They need you to have a good devotional life. Thanks for being a part of this. I'm going to post in the notes to this a link to Terri's page, and I encourage you to follow her. She's a good writer, does great stuff, and I'm glad she's our friend. Well, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. I will post something every day about this in Facebook and Instagram. By the end of the year, I'm going to Substack, and we'll talk more about that, but it's just a place where you can kind of subscribe to this. Thanks for listening. God bless you. Have a great day. I said that already.